All right, what's up, guys? So I'm currently at a point in my trading journey where I can definitely say that you need to become someone completely different from when you started this journey. And I started my journey trading futures last November, and I've been documenting since May. But in the middle there, there's like a 3 month break. I started my journey in November, and the person that I was then is like so much different than the person I am now. If you are in a place of your trading journey that you are not happy with, I would ask yourself if you think you are self analyzing good enough or often enough. And I say that because you are the only reason why you are not where you want to be. And I'm not even saying this from a point of like major success in trading. If you follow me, you know that I'm coming up on a year in trading futures and whatnot, and I've had 3 profitable months in a row as of right now, which is the most I've had. I'm just trying to let you guys know that I have seen significant change in my trading since when I started this journey. And the only way that that change happened was because I self analyzed and I realized what I was doing wrong or what things I could do better. And then I spent time fixing those things. And then it's not to say you can just eliminate all your mistakes very quickly, but like becoming more aware of, I think it's really just all about becoming more aware of your own nature and where you're prone to making certain mistakes, or if there are certain mistakes that can just be completely eliminated with simple habits or whatever it may be. But I was watching this kid on YouTube the other day, and he was talking about the like how he's always waiting for him, and whenever he's referring to he's talking about his degenerate gambler self. And he basically says that your degenerate gambling self is always going to be there waiting for you to put him in control. And I mean, I don't really like hearing that type of energy, where it's indicating that you have no control over yourself. There's no being inside of you that takes over your decision making skills when it comes to placing a trade or honestly for anything. But like, you are the reason you are where you are. So like, if you want to change where you're at, you have to change the input, which is you, and you have to put effort into changing that if you want to change the output. So, as far as what you should change to make yourself a better trader, I can just speak to what I feel like I've noticed personally in myself and what's helped me out. And one of those things is, so first off, if you're not tracking your data properly, like, you are putting yourself at a major disadvantage from everyone else, because there are people out here that track their data very closely. And it's like, without that data, you don't really know, you don't have your decisions all categorized or lined up based on what happened. And by tracking that data, it really lets you go back and see exactly where you went wrong, why you went wrong, and how you can move forward without making the same mistake, or at least being able to limit it. So, one of my biggest problems in the past, in the beginning, my biggest problem was I would have a trade thesis and I would put it on, and then say I get stopped out. If price was trading within the same general area, like, I would re-enter the same trade like 3 times in a row and get stopped out 3 times in a row back to back, all within like 2 minute time periods. Like, I would stop out and re-enter way too quickly without letting it actually develop and give me more of a clue on whether I should or not be in the position. So the root cause of me doing that was fear of missing out and not having my stop loss in a place of invalidation. So whenever I decided that that was the problem I was going to fix, I made it a point to, if I get stopped out on a particular thesis, I have to wait at least 3 minutes to go by before I put on an entry. And that helped a lot. And then also making sure that my stop loss is always at a point where my thesis is invalid, because then I know if my stop gets hit, then I was wrong on that trade thesis. So it basically, if I would stop out, it makes me pretty much uninterested completely in re-entering. I don't know if any of you guys had that same problem, but yeah, that was quite literally my main problem for months. And I would make the same mistakes over and over. So yeah, that was just one example of something about myself that I realized, like, I am too in a hurry to be in a position. Like, that's, I think, one of my natural, like, when I first started, that was like my natural state. Like, I woke up, I did what I needed to do, whatever, and then whenever I was on the charts, whenever I was trading, I was like way too eager to be in a position. And like, that was something about myself that I had to completely fix. Like, now it actually seems like my best days are days where I'm like, oh, I'm not even planning on trading today, and then I still show up, and then there's something that then something just jumps out at me like so clear that I'm like, even though I said I wasn't gonna trade today, like, I have to put this on because it's so high quality. And those have actually been a lot of my best days. And recently, that's like a lot what September has looked like for me. Just days I show up where I'm like, I don't know if I'll be trading today, and then something just jumps out at me. It's like, also too, I think, is like I'm way more relaxed, and when it comes to fear of missing out, like, I know that I'm only going for like 10 to 15 point moves, right, in the S&P. So that's like completely reasonable. If I miss a trade, like, I don't even get upset. Like, if I miss a good day, I don't even care because I know that there are literally unlimited opportunities in the future. So yeah, that's just one thing about myself that I had to change, but there's definitely more than just one that I've had to change since last November. And I'm sure that a lot of you guys watching this could say the same thing about yourselves. Like, if you're not where you want to be trading, then really make sure you ask yourself if you're self-analyzing correctly. And you have to be like completely honest with yourself with what's going on in your trading. The people who are not keeping it completely honest with themselves, you guys are holding yourself back. And yeah, make sure you self-analyze correctly and with complete honesty, and address your own problems, and just try to be aware of everything you're doing. Like, when it comes down to, like, what kind of thoughts are you having whenever your worst days occur, or what are your thoughts like whenever your best days are, and figure out what is good for you and what's bad for you, and change yourself, because that's the only way you're gonna improve. So yeah, with all that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one.